what I was going to say to start the episode, we loosen up with a conversation, but I guess anyway, our producer hit record without telling us, but we heard the metronome.
You sneaky. And he's wearing a shirt that says former, more like former producer.
No. Dude.
Bye, Alex.
Anyway, dude, what were we? Oh, I remember. We were gonna. Okay, so this is important to me. If you are still with us, not even a month in, if you're still with us, if you're still listening, thank you. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, it's like blowing our minds. Like,
it is mind blowing.
We've gotten almost like 10,000 downloads in
less than 30 days. We haven't even been doing this 30 days. We've had an average of almost 3,000 views or downloads per episode. The engagement is incredible.
It's insane. Dude, we have 91 ratings.
Yeah. And everybody on Twitter so nice and so like engaging and talking to us, asking questions. Like we're already kind of...
The Instagram's popping, dude. I don't even have much like activity on Instagram. I'm getting a message a day at least saying like, thank you so much. Your podcast has helped me connect
for real?
a lot of the... Yes, dude.
Damn, dude. It's been amazing.
I'm being flooded with positivity, like for the first time in my life, just for, buying a microphone, chilling with my two best friends, basically like the two people I'm comfortable with, and just like rambling. And there's so many people just pouring positive. It's awesome. It's been an awesome experience. We are very excited that you are sticking with us. And I just wanted to kind of break the fourth wall a little bit and address everybody sitting with us behind the screen.
Thank you guys so much. Seriously. So, Ryan, I think it's your turn to start the episode. So,
all right, hit record. So, let's address the elephant in the room.
There's an elephant in there?
There is a pretty big one.
Okay.
A tetrahedron.
You straight up have a pyramid of crystals.
I have a crystal sitting on the table. Dude.
Tell me about this crystal, please.
Oh, it's organite. So that sounds like some off the wall stuff, but okay. So Nick, you remember who Jim Simivan is, right?
I do.
He's like, for the audience who doesn't know, if you're new to the story, if you like went to high school with me, or you're like my long lost cousin who was just like, we were super cool. That actually really happened.
What?
Dude, I actually got a DM from some of my cousins that I haven't seen in many years.
No way. After the podcast started coming out?
Yes.
Wow.
Family members, people I went to high school with. Anyway, that was a joke, but it's true. If you're somebody who's like, me, but you don't know like the full rabbit hole Bledsoe story, we basically like ran with the director of the spy program for a while, some like secret society members within the Department of Defense, some weird stuff. And one of the things they taught me about was orgone energy, which if you remember to our Star Wars episode, I talked about the Force. I basically shot myself in the foot a few days later because I forgot to mention orgone in the episode, which is like the scientifically measurable force. Dude, we didn't even talk about this.
Yeah, I need you to tell me about this.
Oh, dude, let's do it. Let's recap. Orgone, yeah. So there was this really fringe, weird doctor named Dr. Wilhelm Wright, but he was like a genius. And he got into a lot of weird, like Freudian kind of like sexual stuff. Like there was a lot of that back in the day in psychology, whatever. I'm not going to, we'll skip over that. But what he also discovered, which was super cool, was orgone energy. And he measured this. It's like this field that had healing potential in the human body.
Wow.
Yeah, and dude,
what is this? When did this take place? When was this discovered? Or
he was a friend of Freud's. I can't remember.
Oh, so it was around.
It was like period. Many decades ago. Okay. This was like banned and stuff, but it's really fringe. Really, like I can't put it into words in a super. All I know is I was told it was real, so I bought a device. I literally, dude, I need to show you. I have a photo of Jim Simivan under an orgone blanket. Yeah,
orgone blanket.
Yeah, dude.
Is it not like a crystal?
No. So what it is they take certain metals like copper shaving, certain organic and inorganic materials, and it supposedly like attracts the energy in the air like the chi, but it's called orgone. Anyway, just Google it. Just Google orgone. I'm not going to sit here and go into it for hours and hours. But for the listener,
wait,
Google
this isn't the orgone episode?
No.
Oh,
dude,
okay.
No.
Okay.
And it is not the crystal tetrahedron episode either.
Okay. Which will be coming? Yes? No?
Nah, we'll talk about it. But anyway, like, dude, it's super cool. Just Google Orgone. We're going to move past that. But yes, I have an Orgone thing sitting right beside me. And it's like got crystals in it and all this stuff and looks really pretty. But in reality, it's supposed to like bring energy into the room. And you know what? Dude, it looks cool.
I feel the Orgone in this Chili's tonight.
Dude, I feel it, man.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it hard.
So where do you want to go from there? We want to talk about the phenomenon.
Today's episode is brought to you by The Phenomenon.
The phenomenon. So most people probably tune into the podcast and they're like, oh, this is Chris Bledsoe's kid. He's going to like tell his daddy's story. And
that's how they sound? Okay, that's how
dude, a lot of people are like that on Twitter.
Okay.
There's a lot of people who really just like sit around all day. I visualize them in my head, dude. Like the negative people, they're sitting in the corner. They're like, nobody loves them. And they're sitting there and they're like, what can I do? What can I do when I get out of bed today to just destroy everybody around me?
Yeah.
I know what I'll do. I'll harass the Bledsoe family.
None of our fans. Of course, none of our fans. Our fans are the best.
They are, yeah.
But there's some of those trolls out there.
Yeah.
And we will not pay the troll toll.
No, we will not pay the troll toll. Anyway, so this episode is brought to you by The Phenomenon. So I want to talk about what I understand the phenomenon to be. So, you know, it's kind of hard where I begin on this. I mean, when I was 13, my dad, it's hard because I want to bring dad in to tell the whole story, but it's like, it's totally cool if we go over some of it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it'll be great. I mean, your dad will be able to shed even more light on it, but this all started when you were 13 and the incident happened with your dad. That's how you were introduced to the phenomenon. And over the years, you learned that it wasn't what you originally thought it was.
Yeah.
Am I correct in saying that? Because like originally it's like,
yeah,
oh my God, aliens, what's happening, you know? But it turns out through research and through many more experiences, you learned what they actually were.
Yeah, for sure. So it's weird, man. Like here's okay, this is the real elephant in the room. You ready?
Okay.
The real elephant in the room that I was so traumatized by this stuff growing up that like I have a hard time looking people in the eyes and in the face, whatever, and telling them that this stuff happened to me. Remember when we were on the phone the other day and like we were planning out this episode and we were like, dude, let's just like talk about the phenomenon. Yeah. And we wrote down a couple things and I was like, but here's the thing, dude. Most people, when they go grocery shopping at Food Lion, they, they might spend an hour in there or 2 hours, 3 hours. We're in the South. Most people don't know what Food Lion is. They're like, what is that?
What's Food Lion?
Food Lion is this terrible grocery store. Anyway. Oh my God, and I worked there for like 8 months. It was terrible. I didn't even get like discounts.
You worked at Food Lion? Oh my gosh, yes, I totally forgot about that.
For like 8 months. Dude, I worked in the deli. I was going to real estate school.
Dream job.
At the time, and I passed. Anyway, I never got my real estate license. But so, we were on the phone, and I was telling you, like, it's hard, man, because life is so compartmentalized, right? Like, if you spend 3 hours at, Walmart or Food Lion or whatever, and you're shopping, and you might come home and say, oh, guess what I just saw at Food Lion? Strawberry flavored milk, right? But what about
what an interesting story,
right? That's about 30 seconds of your journey in a 1, 2, 3 hour shopping trip.
Yeah.
And it's so normal to you. You don't feel the urge that you have to explain every other bit of the shopping trips just so that your audience, your wife or whoever, will believe that you saw the strawberry milk.
Right.
And that's the hard part about this is I've struggled since I was 13 years old to tell people about like the phenomenon and my experiences. Cause it's like, well, hold on. Like you and me and Casey have had conversations about this. She'll be like, I don't care to hear what happened. I just want to tell you, hear how you feel.
Yeah.
But I can't do that. It's such a compartmentalized thing. I feel like I have to tell you this. Well, this is why I'm not crazy because the CIA came and investigated me. But like, here's what really happened. But the elephant in the room is that for the first time, I'm going to look you straight and I'm just going to tell you things that I've never mentioned out loud with my mouth. Some things I've said on Twitter and like thoughts, and they, some of them get really good reception, but it's not things that I'll like call my mom up and have a conversation about because it's so weird.
Right.
It's weird.
And so what you're describing is like you just don't know where in that large history to start.
Yeah.
Like you said with the whole grocery store thing, you want to, it's like people want to know this 30-second detail. People want to know this one little detail, but you're like, I can't give you that one little detail So I have to now figure out where exactly I'm going to start to make sure that A, you're interested, B, I'm being eloquent and saying what I'm wanting to say.
And C, I don't want to sound like nutso because I'm telling you, like, a being of light walked into my bedroom and touched me on the rib cage. You know, that stuff is so hard to say with a straight face. And then, like, dude, the second it leaves my lips, I'm like, oh God, I just ruined this relationship.
Jeez, that's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. And I don't think, now here's the thing. Here's where we get into another elephant in the room.
Okay.
There's a lot, dude.
I want to know how many elephants exactly are in this room.
Well, I mean,
one of them is named Alex. That's not to say Alex is an elephant. He's a beautiful,
There's an
handsome man.
infinite amount of elephants. It's a multiverse.
Oh my God.
No, that's like a safe answer.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I mean, as many
ahead.
as I feel like there need to be.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Elephant number 3.
Elephant number 3, dude.
Go for it.
What even was it?
I'm so sorry.
I don't even remember.
I completely threw you off.
It's all good.
We
dude.
were talking about where, like, selecting where exactly, like, where to start from so that you can.
Oh,
yeah,
I remember.
There you go.
The elephant in the room. Most experiences out there are not real.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
not
I
real.
mean, somebody's got to say it.
Dude, if we're just going to address it, a lot of that crap out there is propaganda by the CIA. Oops. Oops. I've met them. Oops. I'm just saying, dude. My dad has literally flexed on the CIA for 14 years, and he's told his story. He's never changed it, and people have tried to get him to do it. I've met, anyway, that's okay. So that's from when we hit record the first time and then had to delete it. When I said he flexed on the New World. Oops. I shouldn't say that. My dad flexed on the New World Order.
Got him.
Basically. I mean.
Big time got him.
Yeah. Well, anyway, dude, my dad, oh my God, he's made of iron. He has been, so many people have tried to get him to change his story, and he just wouldn't do it.
Change his story?
Yes, dude. Like Tom DeLonge. Oh my God. I've told you that. I've said this 1,000 times. I know, dude, I know we have these. I'm not like putting you down. It's just,
no,
you've heard it so much.
Yeah.
I know you forget a lot of it.
I do.
Dude, TTSA, I'm not being like an ass about TTSA, but this is a fact, and I owe it to the world to tell them this fact. Like they came and they basically offered, like, hey, we will fund your project with the Hayes brothers. We want to like make a movie about you or whatever, but we just want to be able to, they wanted to talk about some dark stuff.
They wanted to literally change it.
Yeah.
Like change the narrative.
Yeah. And my dad said, no, I'm sorry. I cannot change my story.
Well,
anyway,
I mean, good on him. That's integrity.
Yeah. And I'm not, dude, I am not saying that these people or any of them are affiliated with the New World Order. There are some people we've met that, like, my dad got invited to Bohemian Grove. That's something I have never said publicly. That's a juicy one, dude. People are going to hear that and they're going to be like, what? That's not so. Dude, that's true. Alex over here shaking with, like, he's laughing. Is this, how many years have I been telling you this, dude?
Yeah.
He got invited to Bohemian Grove and the guy was like, dude, he was an idiot. Because he was like, I don't know, man. We'll get more into that later. But yeah, I mean, some people approached my dad and they basically said, like, you know, we're in the Illuminati, shit like that.
Illuminati.
and dude, you know what my dad told me he said?
What?
He said, I would have went. just to see if it was real. Yeah, like Bohemian Grove.
Who is not curious enough to wonder, A, if it's real, and B, what it's like?
Dude, this is how like Man of Steel my dad is.
Wow.
These people, Man of Steel.
Hey,
Superman.
That's a callback.
Well, yeah, my dad pretty much raised me on Superman. And dude, okay, this is totally off topic. This is, I'm really vibing with the crystal now, you know? But,
You're such a dork.
Dude, so, when I was a little kid, you know how many arguments my dad would troll me with that Superman could beat Goku?
Oh my, are you serious?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Just because he couldn't stand so wait, is Superman your dad's favorite too?
And Mighty Mouse.
Wait a minute. They're not even slightly in the same category. One of them is a mouse.
You never seen Mighty Mouse?
I've seen Mighty Mouse. You know what it's based on?
No.
Superman.
Oh, for real, dude?
Yeah, of course it's based on
I didn't
Superman.
know that. I was
Look at
born
him.
in the 60s like my dad.
He's basically mouse
Dad,
Superman.
if you hear this, Dad will hear this.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. I love you, Dad, but some of these things needed to be said.
And one of them is that Mighty Mouse undoubtedly could body Superman and Goku.
Dude, but my dad flexed me. Dude, think about it. My dad is the only person that you have like seen on the internet with any sort of fame or whatever who has proof that he danced with the devil. Basically, not, dude. Let me totally rephrase that. Let me rephrase
Alex,
that.
Can you hit rewind? No.
Let me rephrase that.
Yeah,
He didn't take any of the offers, dude. He refused them all.
That's the opposite of dancing with the devil.
Right.
That's
dude.
He's calling his own shots.
He was being groomed.
Man.
I was groomed since I was a child by the Pentagon, CIA, NASA, whatever, to like believe that I was spied on and tapped my entire life.
Whoa.
Dude, talk about some like PTSD stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I can't even talk to people about that because it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you want to hear something? You want to hear something crazy?
I'd love to hear something crazy, Ryan.
If I looked like one of those shocking Bledsoe moments, that's like, Alex, should I say some shocking stuff?
It's getting juicy.
Should I? Like for real, dude.
You know Alex's vote is always yes.
It is always yes.
You should say some crazy stuff.
Dude, I was basically like brainwashed by the government to believe that I would be spied on.
How so?
Dude, since I was 15, NASA, like Hal Povenmire, he was a sweet, seemingly sweet man.
Yeah,
and
right.
he told me since I was freaking 14, 15, whatever, that I would be spied on for the rest of my life, Nick. Timothy Taylor told me, dude, he told me there's people remote viewing me at all times, my family, like psychically spying on us. He told me there's satellites over my house since I was young. Like, dude, you ever heard of MK Ultra?
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Dude,
It's the title of a song from one of our favorite bands, Periphery. But
dude,
it's also
that song slaps.
That song slaps.
And that's getting into some like weird stuff, but I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, look,
my life's a rabbit hole. Dude.
Yeah, we kind of drive by some of these topics.
Dude, yeah, you have to.
Yeah, we do, and
my heart starts beating real fast when I say shit like that, and it makes me like remember it, dude. Like, here's the thing that pisses me off. I've grown up on the other side. Like everybody who's been on the internet and they've like researched this stuff, they read it and it's like so compartmentalized through a screen and like an article on a screen. They don't even believe it.
It's detached.
I lived it.
Yeah, and so there's no way to detach because you lived it.
I lived it, and
yeah,
dude, and just like the gross lack of empathy that's been pushed on people from consume, watch TV, this, that, the other.
Yeah.
Buy. It's just like turning us into docile
consumers
and believers of the 1%. Whatever. And dude, like we're really switching gears here. We should get back to the phenomenon.
Wait, this is the phenomenon episode? Oh yeah, okay. This is the phenomenon episode. Yeah. What was that other organ? I have to check that out. I don't know what that's about. I'll check it out.
Dude,
sometime.
I feel like we should change the subject. Okay. Anyway, so let's get to the phenomenon. So now that I've let some seriously deep traumas off my chest that
proud of you, Ryan.
I can't normally tell people.
I'm proud of you. Let's get back to the phenoms.
Dude, they're beings of light. You know what pisses me off, man?
What pisses you off, Ryan?
They are beings of light. They're not like Martians and stuff from other planets. They're not that.
The like propaganda.
The stuff you read on the internet, it's not that.
Yeah.
Dude, I've had high levels of the Department of Defense on my property look me in the eyes, tell me that since 2008, when my dad hit send on that report, every intelligence agency in the world that even has access to any sort of shelf with a research about the phenomenon in it, any organization in the world that studies this crap studies my father. And like as the ultimate experiencer case. I've been told this by Pentagon employees, dude. And then I go on the internet and I read all this crap about like the CIA's taking people underground. They're taking people underground and they're like brainwashing them to be like bred with aliens. It's like, dude, I'm the kid who has proof that grew up with this stuff.
Yeah.
With the CIA in my
You're
life.
talking about that like reptilian theory that there's like reptilian weird aliens breeding with people underground or something like that. Like what?
Dude, I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
You know what?
I don't buy it. I was the kid.
And it's they kind of package it as if like that would be the more believable thing, that like, no, it's not some metaphysical light being. There's other planets. So there's other aliens on those other. It's like, if there were actually other physical beings on other planets, we probably would have A, seen them, or B, run into them at some point.
Yeah.
It's more likely, to me, I mean, this is just my opinion, but it's more likely to think like, no, these are hyper intelligent light beings that are capable of altering your perception of them.
Yeah.
Because so like you would never see them if they don't want you to see them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If it's like a physical being, the chances of that being a factor are way lower because the technology involved would be just insane. You know what I mean? It's like near impossible. But if we're talking about a spiritual, non-physical light being, I mean, that's already completely out of our comprehension. So that's...
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, do you want to know something funny that okay. So obviously for 14 years, my dad has been... Well, technically 13 because it took him a year to report. Dude, my dad, like, I grew up with one of the most famous UFO contactees ever. So this is a really meta conversation. Like, anybody or anything you guys have read on the internet, like, I read it too from a different lens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is a really weird conversation. Like, I read it like, anyway. So when I was a kid, one of the jokes that Dad and I would always make about UFOs and understanding that they were metaphysical is just like, man, I've had so much weird stuff happen in my yard that pretty much, proved to me that they know the future. They know the past, obviously. They know the whole past, the whole future. They're like multidimensional. They know everything.
Yeah.
They appear when you have a thought in your mind that's specific to a certain scenario and they blink on. Dude, you've seen stuff like that
absolutely.
with me.
And
you will, Alex. You will. You're just not ready.
And I absolutely
you will, though.
You only see them truly if they want you to. So the situation has to be exactly,
it's some destiny type adjustment bureau.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what Timothy Taylor
told
us.
I have an interesting quick question. How soon after the initial experience, did you guys come to the conclusion or begin to form the conclusion these are non-physical? Like these are spiritual.
A year.
Just immediately. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. But let me say the joke real quick. So the joke that Dad, and please remember, put a pin in that because I'm gonna come back to it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So the joke that Dad and I would always make is, dude, it's like, wouldn't it be kind of dumb if they're like spinning in a frisbee up in the atmosphere and they've like got their radar antenna going, spinning around, and they got a telescope on us, and they're like, he's walking outside. He's walking outside. All right, warp speed, show up in his yard. Like, no, dude. They're in the air.
Yeah.
Like they're in another dimension. They're not like in a rickety old ship up there. That's stupid.
I mean,
to
honestly,
think that they're watching us with telescopes up from space. It's stupid.
That was kind of my point from earlier. Is like it just does not add up.
Stupid.
To me, the only way it does make sense is if these are beings that are just so far out of our comprehension.
They're omniscient.
Yeah,
dude. Anyway, so let's get back to what did you ask again?
How soon after the experience?
It was a year.
Okay,
it was a year because okay. So here's a little backstory. So obviously my dad got super famous in the UFO thing. This was like before UFOs were even a mainstream topic too. So that's the crazy part. Like I've watched my dad change the UFO from the UFO world from the inside in like the tens of thousands or a few millions of like avid UFO fans or whatever. Now that it's mainstream, it's weird.
Yeah, we should address the eighth elephant in the room, which is that
we're on the fourth.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about the other podcast that we do. Now there's been this explosion in the past year and a half. I mean, like very recent. There's this it is in every headline everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, we know the people responsible for that. They're the ones that tried to get my dad to make a movie with him.
Yeah, like straight up. It is literally It's all anybody's talking about now.
Yeah.
I mean, people that I've never heard utter the term UFO or alien or whatever.
Oh, dude,
it's all they talk about.
I'm you know how bad my family was mocked in the community because we even said we saw UFOs, and now it's like everyone's loving the podcast.
Dude, your own family.
I know.
Your own family mocked you. Everybody.
They still do.
And now
they still do since the podcast has come out. They still do.
It's like
my aunts and uncles make comments,
and the entire planet now is talking about this. The whole planet is talking about it openly.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you know.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating.
It's weird. It's definitely weird from my perspective.
But please, sorry.
Okay, so your question, how long did it take?
Yeah.
So my dad had the initial encounter in 2007, and then in 2008 was when the documentary came out, right?
Yeah.
So January 2007, he had the encounter. October of 2007, he finally reported it to MUFON. And then within weeks, they were doing a full-blown investigation. And within a year, the documentary aired because they were quick to like bring out their goofy disinformation guys from the CIA to like try to smear our story. But they had no idea the phenomenon had other plans for my family. Dude, seriously.
Awesome.
Like the guy, James Carrion, who made the documentary. He didn't make the documentary, but he was the MUFON guy in charge of the investigation.
Oh, right. Yeah.
James Carrion. Dude, I've been told like he was in the CIA. I've been told that by CIA people.
Whoa.
Like high level CIA. Dude, it's a joke. Anyway, yeah, they tried to ruin us with that. It went off. But the good thing about that experience is it was a double-edged sword for them because they got my dad the regression. Right? The hypnotic regression.
Yeah.
And they got a very heavy hit. They got like one of the students of John Mack, who I think we talked about this before.
We did, yeah.
In episode 0, I think.
But I remember many years ago seeing the full video of that regression.
Yeah, well, we had an audio tape.
But there was video, right?
Yeah, but they were really weird about it. Dude,
okay.
You know what you remember what they did? They lost the video. Oh, we lost the evidence. Yeah, their most famous case that they'll ever have. They lost the evidence.
Also,
there was a cult in MUFON, by the way.
What?
There was a cult. There was a spiritual cult. Seriously, dude, it's some weird stuff.
What?
Yeah, dude, MUFON is weird.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What do you mean there was a cult?
There was a spiritual cult within the high levels of MUFON called the Cult of Ramtha. Dude, yeah, these are the people who basically ruined the normalcy of my childhood. And they had cults at their highest levels. Okay, this is getting into some weird stuff.
Let's do it.
I don't want any
weird.
negative karma here, but their leader just recently got arrested for pedophilia.
Oh, come on.
So these are the people who investigated my childhood.
Yeah, it's like, really?
Yeah.
That's...
Anyway, let's change this.
Okay.
So they brought the regressionist, and one thing in so there's things in that regression that have never been said to the world. I'm going to say one now. The beings told my father that they brought his soul from a place far away before he was born.
I remember
That's
that.
never been said publicly, dude.
I remember that.
Yeah, and they brought his soul from a place far away. They chose his parents, and they put him here just to live his life. And they said that they tend what?
There's a religion or some sort of something that I learned about recently. It might have been something we talked about how your about how your soul before you're born like chooses your parent.
Dude, that's the Disney movie.
What, Soul?
Soul.
No, I know, but I mean, I'm talking about this was it was actually a really weird thing that I really don't know where I heard it recently. I think it was in conversation with somebody, but it was some ancient religion or practice or something.
Is it Tibetan Buddhism, dude? Dude, it's the Tibetan Book of the Dead. That's it.
Yeah, didn't we talk
Sam
about
Tripoli, the GOAT, my hero. Dude, I hope you listen. Anyway, Sam talks about that a lot, the Tibetan Book of the Dead.
Yeah, and okay, so in that, does it describe how like
it talks like you choose your parents?
Okay, that's what it is then. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So wow, okay, so these beings literally describe something that's already been established. Like that's a thing. That's it's not some weird, unbelievable cuckoo thing that's never. It's like, no, this is like something that humans have already. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's funny in the Tibetan Book of the Dead though, because it's like you watch your parents like get it on.
Dude,
and you
okay.
choose the one you like the most.
Were we talking about this recently? I think we must have been.
I don't know, man, but all I know is Sam Tripoli says this a lot on his podcast, and that's the only reason I know it.
Okay,
and he learned it from I think Duncan Trussell.
Okay.
Duncan Trussell talks about this.
My
You
gosh.
might have heard it from him, dude.
That's exactly who it was from.
Yes.
It was Duncan.
Well, they're buds.
Yeah. It had to have been.
Dude, that's
him,
the funniest thing. And Sam Tripoli, he makes it way funnier than it really is.
Dude, they're both so funny.
Dude, they're hilarious.
Yeah. So anyway, the beings told
Dude, you know what I just realized?
What?
Dude, Duncan is literally your hero and Sam is my hero.
Yeah.
And dude, that's weird. We're going on tinfoil hat together.
Yes.
We're gonna
manifest it.
What, dude? I'm just gonna text him.
Oh. Manifest it through your phone.
Dude, that's weird. Kiss me through the phone.
I just thought about the same thing. When I said manifest it through the phone, I thought about kiss me through the phone.
Dude, that is... I almost texted him today, but I was like, nah. I'll let
Soldier boy.
Dude, that's funny.
Okay, so the beings told...
Yes, they told my father. We picked... Dude, what is even going on, man? That was a long...
That was a tangent.
That was a long
by the
tangent.
Way, the 17th elephant in the room is we both have severe ADHD.
Yeah, dude, I was medicated for years, and dude, I'm all natural now. I just let those tangents
go. But no, we were talking about some of the things that have yet to be disclosed, have yet to be said publicly.
Right. Yeah. So the beings, they told my dad they took his soul from another place called Pomos. Dude, here's where
that sounds Greek.
I mean, yeah, it does sound Greek, but here's the thing. When my dad woke up, he drew the galaxy configuration that they showed him. It was a real unnamed galaxy.
No.
Yes, dude.
No.
But guess what? MUFON didn't show any of that on the documentary, but I was there.
Are you serious?
Yes, dude. They did us really dirty. They tried to destroy us, dude. But it was intel data collection. You want to know some deep stuff that I just recently found out, dude?
I love it.
Robert Bigelow. Okay. You know who that is, right? Bigelow Aerospace, the billionaire.
Male gigolo.
That's Deuce, dude.
Okay, sorry.
That's Deuce.
Yeah, okay,
I love those movies. Anyway, Bob Bigelow, he's literally the guy who bought Skinwalker Ranch, dude. He's a billionaire.
Oh, whoa, okay,
dude, he ran this program called OSAP. I don't know what all the letters stand for, but it's
OSAP.
OSAP. I literally just shamelessly copied you, dude.
Thanks. It's an honor, honestly.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
Anyway, so he ran OSAP, which I mean, this is very unfortunate. I believe it was his grandson or somebody died.
Damn.
And he became obsessed with finding out about life after death.
Oh, wow.
He started this program in, I believe, 2008. Here's the kicker. My dad may have been the first case.
What?
Yeah, dude. He would get data collection through the MUFON Star Team. My dad was, I think, the first MUFON Star Team case. Yeah, my dad was that was some many layers removed. What's the word? Ulterior motive stuff that happened to my family. It wasn't just a dinky Discovery Channel documentary. It was billionaires, espionage, literally spies sent to
that was orchestrated.
It was orchestrated. It was orchestrated.
It was a mission.
Yes, dude. It was an op. The documentary crap on my family, it was a freaking op. And dude, a year after it aired, I'm home from school on summer break, literally sleeping in because you and I would stay up all night playing Xbox and coming up with band names like Shotgun Apocalypse. Dude, I had to say that on the podcast. I had to say it.
You just outed us for probably our most embarrassing band name.
Shotgun Apocalypse.
That is
not A-Tip.
That's absurd.
OSAP. So why did the New York... What is it? Oh, OSAP became A-Tip. Dude, Lou Elizondo told my dad that he was the first case.
What? Wait. What is that? So
Alex pulled up, just for the listener, Alex pulled up on his screen, OSAP eventually became A-Tip, which was the Pentagon Advanced Aerial Threat Identification Program, where they would track anomalies and stuff. Lou Elizondo ran A-Tip. My dad knows Lou Elizondo.
Yeah.
He's spoken publicly about my family before, but OSAP was before A-Tip. My dad was the first case, dude, of OSAP. But of course they don't want to acknowledge this to the public. They don't want to help my family.
Yeah.
Why would they do that? It would blow a hole through their entire stuff that
they've worked so hard for.
They've worked so hard to teach us all. Anyway, where were we going with that one, dude? I got frustrated for a second. Dude. Anyway, so my family was a target of some multi-level government crap, but my dad's flexed on them all these years and has like literally outsmarted them. And the phenomenon is literally like got my dad's back.
Yeah.
Dude, CIA people have been at my house and seen these beings, and they're like, "Oh crap!" Dude, it's the funniest thing. The guy I told you about earlier, who invited my dad to Bohemian Grove, and he's a sicko, dude. He called me on the phone, and he was like trying to leave Dad's place to get an Uber to come see me. And of course, at the time, I thought it was cool. I didn't know he.
Yeah.
I live in Wilmington. Dad lives in Fayetteville. It's 2 hours away. Dad's like, this guy's been here for a while. So I was like, here, Dad, I'll see if he wants to come check me out in Wilmington. Dude, I get on the phone with this guy. He told me that Satan and God are one being and that he's trying to bring about the New World Order. And like he's a Bilderberger and he works. Dude, yeah. And he works for this CIA guy. I know the CIA guy. I'm just not going to say his name because he doesn't even deserve that.
Fair.
They're a bunch of kooks.
Fair enough.
and you know what's the worst part, dude? They send armies of bots to mock me and harass me on Twitter. And
that's so silly.
I know,
it's like,
dude. It's all they've got.
Yeah.
It's literally all they've got. Yeah. But so where I was going with that, this guy was at my dad's house and he made a comment. Now, I'm saying this as a survivor, not a victim. I want to throw that manifestation out into the multiverse because we're survivors. We're made of iron. Steel, actually. But this guy made a comment. We could run you off the road with a truck and no one would ever know that it wasn't an accident, or we could put a bullet in Chris Jr. or Yvonne's head if you don't tell the story the way we want you to. And you know, what did my dad do?
Flexed on him.
He flexed on him. And he told his story anyway. Dude, dude, you just can't change my dad. And thank God I'm just like my dad.
That's
thank
awesome.
God, dude.
Yeah.
Because since I was a little kid, they have tried to tell me, you're going to be tapped, you're going to be spied on. Do you know how many times I've been alone and I've been like really quiet because I'm worried they're listening?
Yeah, that's mental. Like
it's torture.
It's all mind games.
It's torture. It's one could say it's mind control.
Yeah.
But when you go on the internet, dude, and you research MK Ultra, you watch like Jason Bourne and stuff, and they like shove their face in, they like waterboard them, and they like torture them, and like that's MK Ultra, and they like hypnotize you. Like, dude, for me, it was like they literally just convinced me I'd be spied on my whole life, so I'd never go out and tell my story.
Yeah, it's just manipulation. I mean, it's just that's all it is. It's lies and manipulation.
And you know what's the best part, dude? Like, I'm totally legal to say this because nobody has to believe me.
Literally, I mean,
nobody has to believe me, and I can say this, and nothing's gonna happen to me, dude. Yeah. And you know what? But there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people out there already listening, and it's already so famous that they couldn't do anything anyway. Exactly, everybody would know.
They couldn't at this point.
Gotcha.
Got him. Got him.
I actually. Anyway,
we memeing on them.
Yeah, dude. That's how you change reality.
Yeah, by memes.
Yeah, dude.
Memes.
That's what we're doing with this whole podcast anyway.
Memes change
it's literally
reality.
Meme magic, dude.
So what we want from all of our listeners are your best Bledsoe said so related memes.
Yes, but make them positive or
oh yeah, they gotta be positive or you getting blocked real quick.
Yeah, dude, I can't deal with that. I've been harassed since I was a kid. Like I'm real.
You know what? Our listeners are really cool.
They are, dude. They're the coolest.
They're so.
They're
cool.
the nicest.
They're so nice, so sweet. I think like, and also
they're real empathetic. Like,
and quite a few of them are funny, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Funny. They can come up with some memeage.
Do you know how many people in my daily life now that like I didn't even know listening to the podcast are hitting me with the I'll have to check it out, dude?
I know.
You changed my life.
Thank you.
With that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I can't escape it.
Look,
dude.
Ryan is funny, and I'm just good at pointing out the funny. That's what we do. Ryan does something or says something funny, and I just point it out. No, same thing with Jeremy. Literally, we saw Jeremy today, and Jeremy...
My brother, Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy, older brother. We were hanging out with him today, and he was like, dude, I listened to the episode of the podcast where you called me flippant, and he goes, I had to double check Google just to make sure, and he said, I took one look at the definition, I said, yeah, that's me. Dude, I'm just good at pointing out the
so
funny.
Funny,
the funny. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, Jeremy's the goat. I low key feel like Jeremy being on here will be. I don't think reality could handle it.
We'll definitely like tear. It'll create a new timeline.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, some Loki stuff.
Dude, yeah, he's so funny, man.
Yeah, Jeremy's the best. But yes, we've seen all of your I'll have to check it out memes, all of your comment. It's so funny and yeah, so more memes, please.
Dude, so now that we're like early and we don't have like tens of thousands of listeners. Yeah, I feel like we can like really keep it real.
Yeah.
You do realize like we're just using meme magic, right?
Meme magic.
It's meme magic, dude.
It's all meme magic.
Dude.
Memes equals manifestations.
Yeah, this whole thing. It's like that's why do you think the Egyptians' language was symbols?
Oh my gosh. You just blew my mind wide open.
Yeah.
They were memeing. They were memeing hard, dude, in the freaking pyramids. There was memes all over the walls.
Why do you think
meme magic?
Why do you think they didn't like write down words? They're we're gonna go more into that in the next episode where we talk about magic and the occult and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
next episode's magic.
Yeah, but like symbols, the energetic frequency behind symbols, and like, dude, they always say a picture means 1,000 words, right?
Hey,
you see a picture,
point.
it does things to deep levels of your unconscious mind. It like, you do like I could write a word and then I could convey the word with a picture and you can get so much deeper context and meaning behind it.
That's true.
Memes have so much context behind them, dude. Anyway. We're just a meme, dude. We're just memeing the New World Order, dude.
We are just a meme.
I'm literally memeing the New World Order. My podcast is better than anything you're saying.
Get memed, NWO. Get memed big.
Yeah. So, where should we go from there? Oh, the phenomenon, dude. Let's talk about the phenomenon. So they've told my dad all kinds of crazy stuff. And now I feel like I can candidly saying it because I'm creating this controlled little mimetic environment. And I said mimetic. Like memes. I'm creating this controlled little environment where I feel comfortable to say the things that my father and I have not said publicly because that environment has never been conducive to us really telling that. Dude, I can't go on some show live with 150,000 listeners and tell like the deepest stuff that's happened to me that I like haven't even said in therapy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like,
that doesn't work. And also, there's always been talk about like a book. Maybe that'll happen someday. But like, this is the new book. Podcasting is the new medium.
When I was 18 years old, my dad told me he had a vision. And my dad is probably like the most psychic dude on the planet. If I'm just keeping it real, dude. If I'm keeping it real, dude, my dad has studied for that. He was recruited by the Army to be a remote viewer. Dude, my dad was remote viewing people in 2008. He blew their minds. Like the people that investigated us, like Homeland Security people, they would call my dad and he'd be like, I see you in a convertible. You're driving to dinner. You're with a woman, so-and-so color hair. You both have a glass of wine. And the guy was like, oh my God, I just met this girl and we're going on a date. It blew their minds, dude. At every step, my dad has done some psychic shit that has blown the Pentagon employees' minds. And they know in the highest, dude, literally Barack Obama was briefed on my dad. And look, I'm not trying to like make an opinion at this point, but the Trump family was told about my dad and we were 1 degree of separation from the Bidens.
Whoa.
This is all like behind the scenes stuff.
It's presidential. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, dude, they know about my dad as the experiencer. Like he's the real deal. And he's so psychic, dude. So, here's a funny story. When I was 14, me and Jeremy, we were just doing whatever. I don't know. We were outside hanging out or something. And he twisted his knee.
Jeremy did?
Yeah. Yeah. He was like 15. Like this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
He like twisted his knee or something. And he was icing it like with a bag of ice. And do you remember the Red Room at the time?
Of course.
When there was like a recliner and then, what's the term? Perpendicular? When it makes a cross shape.
Yeah.
And like our long couch. And like I could sit on the recliner and then I could reach over and touch the couch, right?
Yes.
So he had a bag of ice and so Jeremy's sitting on the recliner with ice on his knee and this dude was dropping the bag of ice on my head.
I was just trying to make you
to
mad.
hurt me. Yeah, just to like piss me off. Dude, I got so mad at him. I remember I'm 14, right?
Yeah.
We're just kids. I got so mad at him. And obviously my dad was in carpentry. So he always had like, that stuff on the table when he would sit down at night to like moisturize his hands because they're always
like
dry. They were always dry from like sheetrock and stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's a thing that most people don't know about carpenters, but their hands are always dry. And anyway, so I grabbed my dad's like hand cream.
Oh, jeez.
And I threw it at Jeremy, but Jeremy ran out of the room laughing and I missed. And the stuff hit the wall, exploded, blanketed the room like a tsunami. And we're like, oh crap, dude, Dad's gonna be home in 30 minutes. This is his room, dude. And we're obviously like, we're scared to get in trouble. Dad comes home. We spend forever cleaning it up, every last drop, scrubbing the carpet, the walls, the blinds. Dad walks in the back door. He said, Dude, we just talked about this, me and Dad, last week. He said something like, "What'd you throw at him? Did you throw the hand cream?" I'm like, "How'd you know?" He said, "I saw it as I was driving." He explained to me
on
what
the way
happened.
home.
Yes,
He saw it.
he saw it in his mind.
He remote viewed it.
He remote viewed me driving home, and it was so funny,
so
dude. Like, we weren't
wild.
even in trouble. My whole childhood, Dad has remote viewed me at random times, and it has blown my mind. Seriously.
Do you think it's like willingly, like he does,
No,
or
I don't
it
think
just,
it's willing.
it just
I
happens?
think my dad is so psychic. It just like hits him, dude. It's like, that's a Raven, dude. Like, that's
Good show.
That's my dad. But
Good show.
yeah, I'm telling you, man, he was sent a remote viewing manual by the Army, and they tried to recruit him. This is going to be a weird story, but it is like got the truth seal of approval on it. Like, this is the truth. My dad was flown out to Philadelphia by John B. Alexander and Joe McMoneagle. They didn't like pay for the flight, but they facilitated it. And my dad was induced into a trance to remote view the Pope by John Alexander and Joe McMoneagle, the two guys that ran Project Stargate, because my dad had a psychic vision that there would be a terrorist attempt on the Pope.
Oh
Back in
my
Philadelphia.
gosh.
Dude, bro, you want to have your mind blown? After we record this episode, or Alex, you can Google it right now. Whatever year that was, the FBI had reports there were attack.
Are you serious?
That was my dad.
What?
Yeah, dude. And my dad remote viewed, and he saw that terrorists would. I can't remember what bridge it was in Philadelphia. Now, keep in mind, these are the main guys of Project Stargate that my dad did this with: Joe McMoneagle and John Alexander. That's the George Clooney character.
Right, yeah.
My dad remote viewed the future, saw that they would come out of a boat and like try to assassinate the Pope in Philly. And my dad passed that information along. Obviously, the Pope wasn't assassinated. But
Yeah.
dude, that was my dad.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude, the
Did you
world
find it,
has.
Alex? Alex found it.
Yeah, there's FBI reports of terrorist attacks on the Pope back whatever that year was. Dude, my dad called.
What years?
Everyone in the world knows my.
2015, Alex
Yes,
says.
it was.
2015.
Yes.
Wow.
It was 2015. Everybody knows that we know the CIA. Like, that's not that crazy to think. My dad got on the phone
Yeah,
with
put
the
the
CIA.
pieces together. I mean, that's,
Dude, this is real.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah,
The world has no idea what the Bledsoe family has been through.
but they're gonna.
They're gonna know. They're gonna. Yeah, Bledsoe said so.
Bledsoe
Dude, like,
said
seriously,
so.
like dude, there's a lot.
We're just getting warmed up.
We were literally approached by a secret society teen arrested outside Philadelphia for planning a alleged attack on Pope.
There it is. This 2015 right there. That's it.
Okay.
That's it right there. We just pulled up the article on Google. Just a quick Google search.
Crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Dude, think you want to hear some really weird stuff? I was approached when my dad was, I mean, obviously I was younger at the time. We were approached by secret societies within the Department of Defense. Invisible
Within
College.
the-
The American Cosmic People. Everyone,
Oh,
Tyler.
yeah.
Man, like, why do we gotta glorify and keep these people secret? Like, we're so, like, they're these, you know, I should probably change the subject. Dude, I have a different perspective than everyone else because,
Yeah.
you know, I probably should. Anyway,
That'll be the 20th elephant in the room.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was one of those frustrated moments that the rest of the world can't vibe with because they haven't
Not
been,
quite
like,
yet.
targeted by the Pentagon and stuff. Damn.
Yeah.
Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, dude, secret society within the Department of Defense. Oh, bro, I told you this the other day and it blew your mind. I tweeted this the other day and it got like 50,000 views in like 24 hours. Impressions.
Yeah.
Which means, 50,000 people saw it on their Twitter. It doesn't mean they all liked it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, I tweeted this the other day, and this is how you know the Bledsoes are on that real, you know
Ish.
what I mean?
That
that
real-ish.
real-ish. I know my mom listens, so I don't want to cuss too much yet, but
Hi, Mom.
I love you, Mom. Anyway, so, dude, so they told my dad, so I don't think our current audience necessarily knows the story, like the entire UFO world, like the avid UFO fans.
Yeah.
The Pentagon employee came to my home, handed me these medals, and I was the first one to go through this test. And by the way, he flashed me like 5 badges, like CIA, Air Force Intelligence.
The person who brought these medals.
Tim Taylor, the dude from American Cosmic.
Yeah.
He flashed me all these badges, like he was there to study my family.
And he brought
these exotic metals that he said were from like a crash in New Mexico. Which, I mean, again, they told us that they don't crash. They literally just like manifest this stuff into the physical plane and give it to us as a gift to like further the collective consciousness of humanity.
Yeah, see, originally,
and expand our technology. They're not crashing ships.
Yeah, way back when I thought, when I first heard this story, I thought that it was like some crashed ship or something like that. But just when we talked about it, when we talked about it the other day, you explained that it's a quasi-crystal.
That's what I was about to. You just ripped the rug right off under it.
Got him.
Anyway,
I got to say the
yeah,
cool
you
word.
got me, dude. You made the better crystal joke this episode.
Quasi-crystal.
Quasi-crystal. So that's what they are. That's what these things are. These materials that the light beings manifest in our plane. They're quasi-crystals. And when the Pentagon employee, the dude that they call Tyler in the American Cosmic book, he's a real guy. When he handed me these quasi crystals, I touched them, and it sent electricity through my body, and it like psychically opened my family. It did something to us. It changed us forever. Like my dad,
like you literally, like it was like you felt like a
energy. I felt energy through my body.
Was it like harsh? What did it feel?
No,
like
it was gentle. It was pleasant, and dude, but it was so harsh in my dad's body because he's so damn psychic. He's probably the most psychic dude out there. Mm-hmm. That's why the Pentagon has been studying my dad, and the president's been briefed. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. Yeah, you already know.
Yes.
When he touched these quasi crystals, dude, his vision blacked out. I saw this. I was next to him.
Like he couldn't.
His vision blacked out, and it was rocking him, dude. The energy was so strong through his body, it was like about to knock him off his feet, and his muscles in his arms were convulsing because of the quasi-crystal interacted with him in such a way. Tim Taylor looked at my dad. Again, this is a very high-level member of a secret society of people in the know.
I thought you said it was somebody named Tyler.
That's what they call him in the book.
Okay.
I'm saying his real name.
It's the same person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, this is the American Cosmic guy.
Got it. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, he looked at my dad and he said, "Why you?" My dad said, "What happened? What just happened?
What are you talking about?
What just happened to me? I can't see. My vision's blacking out." And he said, "Why you?" He said, "I've handed these to 3 other people." And, no, he said, "I've only seen reactions similar to this with 3 other people." Dude, the Pentagon. You want to know some stuff that I'm like clicking? I'm putting the dots together. I think Diana Walsh-Pasolka's in on a lot of this stuff based on our conversations.
Wait a minute, hang on. You said I thought you said this was the first. Y'all were the first ones that tested it.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, I thought you said a second ago that.
No.
Okay.
I was the first one. No. I see what you're saying. In my family, I was the first one to hold it.
Okay.
Out of all 6 of us. Yeah.
But this is something that they test.
Dude, I'm about to tell you some weird stuff. Cool. So a few years ago, when I moved here to Wilmington, I went to Diana's office and we chatted for a while. And she made me put my phone in another room.
She's a professor there at UNCW, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure if she still is.
Okay, yeah.
But, and she told me that this was before I connected the dots, right? I'm thinking a lot about this stuff retroactively. She told me that in the Invisible College, they have a way of determining that people are psychic.
Okay.
And she said they know that my family's psychic. We ended the last episode with this. I kind of like came out with that.
Right, yeah.
They know that my family's psychic. They know that many other people out there are psychic. And they know that people with that extreme psychic gift have like this perceptional filter in their consciousness that kind of like veers them towards, this is going to sound really weird, but this is what Diana Pasolka told me.
I'm ready.
It filters them towards the truth.
Oh, I see.
Like my dad is so damn psychic that his brain filters him towards the truth.
Just guides him. It literally guides him.
Yeah.
Let your conscience be your guide. Jiminy Cricket.
Dude, oh my God.
Boom!
Do you realize I have a stand of let your conscience be your guide? I had a major synchronicity with that. My cousin Bud, God bless him, he died of cancer.
Oh.
But when I graduated high school, he gave me a Jiminy Cricket thing that said, let your conscience be your guide.
I remember that thing. It used to be in your room.
I still have it. It's just I just moved last week, so it's packed up.
Whoa.
I keep it out. But dude, that's a crazy story. The last year of his life, we all knew he had cancer. We all knew he was, approaching the end.
Yeah.
And I started hanging out with him a lot because growing up, he was my mom's closest cousin. They were so close.
Oh.
and like best friends. And anyway, towards the end of his life, me and Jenny would go stay with him a lot. And dude, he started talking to me a lot about how my grandfather was a Freemason and stuff. And like,
oh wow,
yeah. And Bud, my cousin, he was like very wealthy. Like he was a self-made millionaire, tens of millions of dollars. And he just like in the 80s, he got involved with, I can't remember what company it was, like IBM or something. And he just made millions selling computers in the 80s, right?
Nice.
And he was that guy in our family who was just always helping people. Like, oh, your house is going in foreclosure. Here's money. He was a good guy. But he did confess to me before he passed that it was Freemasons who helped him start. They gave him money back in the 80s to like advance his business.
To start him up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And of course, nobody asks him this stuff. And he became enamored with my life story, like the UFOs and stuff. He always believed it from the sidelines. But bro, my family's like Pentecostal and you don't talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
But Bud had an open mind and he would approach me in private and stuff. And he told me, he told me like,
dude, how wild.
He started showing me pictures of obelisks and stuff and talking to me all about like Freemasonry. And like, he told me he never joined, but he started telling me things about it. I think he knew he was dying. He was trying to like push me to study this stuff, like some weird synchronicity stuff. And when I thought about it, dude, I started looking into like Walt Disney and how he was it's called demolay, which is when you're not quite a Freemason yet, but you're like a high school kid and you're kind of like a junior Freemason. Walt Disney was in demolay. Okay, yeah. It's speculated that Walt Disney was a high level Mason, like 33rd degree or whatever.
Oh, I thought that was like common knowledge.
It is, but there's no like proof of it. But I just have to speculate it.
Sure,
but dude, think about this. Think about this, right? So Walt Disney's, I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay.
So Walt Disney's a Freemason, right?
Yeah.
What is he doing? He's teaching kids. And dude, I love Walt Disney. I'm not like knocking him. I think he's a visionary. Anyway, he's teaching kids Jiminy Cricket, a nature spirit. Right? Like an Egyptian animal, an anthropomorphic speaking animal.
Straight up.
Is teaching children to harness the powers of their consciousness and manifest by wishing upon the star Sirius.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's some Freemason shit.
I thought the let your conscience be your guide was already wild enough.
When you wish upon a star, the blazing star Sirius, dude, this is Bledsoe said so.
Dude, oh my.
Dude, we're going to go into some deep stuff like that.
Whoa.
Like, dude, it's
and
all.
Jiminy Cricket was out in like forever ago.
It's some occult stuff.
Decades and decades.
It's so weird
ago.
That's the thing that my cousin who gave me. It's just weird. Like synchronicity.
It weird? Yeah, that's a straight up synchronicity.
Yeah. Dude, my life is nothing but synchronicities. And dude, my grandma, well, I don't know if I should say this. They're not going to listen. My grandma is going to give me my grandpa's Freemason ring when he passes.
Wow.
Yeah, she's going to give it to me.
Wow.
And obviously I'm not a Freemason, but it's just cool. Like for the audience, dude, I guarantee you after this episode, people are going to say I'm in the Illuminati, whatever.
Yeah.
Come on, don't be an idiot. Like I grew up with a famous father for UFOs and stuff. We got approached by the Illuminati, all these Freemasons, all these secret society people. Yeah, I'm going to study it, right? Like I'm going to be interested in this stuff.
Of course.
If I was like in some sort of initiatory order, I wouldn't be out here talking about it.
Yeah, look, you can be interested and intrigued by this stuff without like being involved in it. I mean, how many podcasts are there that talk about this?
Yeah,
you know
dude,
what I mean?
all
Like,
of them.
Exactly.
Well, everybody has dude, I mean, if you like horror films, you have a fascination with.
Dude, it's interesting.
It's interesting.
Period.
I want to solve the riddle. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I love studying like Freemasonry and the occult and stuff like that because these beings are occult. They're basically, you want to know the secret, dude? They're basically like elementals.
Oh,
they're basically
so
they're not
cool.
aliens. They're basically nature spirits, dude. That's what they told my dad.
Spirit, literally.
They told my dad. They said they guard nature. They tend to all life like a terrarium. Dude, they showed my dad. They took him on board one of these vessels of light. And this is one of those weird things. I've never even said this kind of shit to Alex or you or whatever because
no, you said
it's trauma.
This to me.
You've known me a long time. But it's some weird stuff. But whatever. They took my dad on one of their vessels of light, right? And it's this weird thing how it can just change. It's like some multidimensional stuff. And they showed my dad these animals in the corner, and it was like dogs, but they had like duck bills and duck feet. And like basically like evolution is guided by them. They're the forces of nature. They're the spirits that create life. Like they created us. This is like a terrarium simulation.
When you say they could just make things change, you mean like their surroundings were continuously changing? Like when your dad was taken.
When he was taken, and it showed up, dude. You want to hear something? You want to hear something that really nobody knows, dude? It was hexagonal.
The room?
No, the craft.
Or the
craft. So go and Google like Chris Bledsoe Discovery Channel UFO. And my dad, even in 2007, he drew it and it looked like an egg shape with spikes on it. But dude, I've heard the regression when the thing really approached my dad, and my dad reached out and like touched it and felt the spikes in his hand. At the tips, they were hexagon shaped.
The tips of the spikes?
Yeah, dude, he like went on it.
Oh my god!
But the world doesn't really know this. Because the people out there don't know to ask this, or they mock us, or they think they don't want to hear it.
Well, also, it's exactly what we were talking about at the beginning of the episode. It's like there's so many of these little pieces. Yeah. Which piece do we start with? Which piece do we reveal? It's like if you're rushing to tell one part of the story, you might,
Dude, they took my dad on board. They said Chris Jr. is going to be okay, even though they traumatized the hell out of Chris Jr. Like poor Chris Jr. didn't know at 17 that they weren't going to hurt, because he was face to face with two beings of light. The small ones with the red eyes. But my dad was face to face with the big ones. And they told him, they said, your son's going to be okay. My dad was crying. Where's my son? Where's my son? They said, he's going to be okay. We're protecting him. And they said, basically, like, we're the guardians of nature. We work for God and we create all life. And, we're going to show you some things. And they showed him the sun. And they said it was a portal, like where they come from. It's like a portal to another dimension. This is some weird stuff, like really, but it's
so wild.
It's my childhood, dude.
Yeah,
this is like what my dad taught me. And I've seen the beings. I've touched the beings twice.
Literally, they've touched you.
Like I know for a fact, without a doubt, that everything that's happened to my father is true because I've lived it. Like in some weird way, it's like it. Anyway, so they told him that there's a portal in the sun, and they put certain songs in his head, like "Stairway to Heaven," "Kashmir," "After the Gold Rush." Which talks about a new home in the sun.
Yeah, when you showed me that was real mind blowing. What's it called again? If people
After the Gold Rush,
look it up.
They put that song in his head.
Who is the
Neil
artist?
Young? It's like from the 60s
okay.
It's a very old.
If y'all haven't heard that, look it up. That is one that really blew my mind.
Yeah, and man, there's so much they told him. Like they are basically there's no obstacle to them in the physical reality. They showed my dad they can manipulate time, space. They can walk through walls. They can come out of your light bulb like a freaking genie in a bottle. Like they're like genies. They're like spirits.
Like jinns, literally.
Yes.
Like spirits.
They told that to my dad, and basically they said they can pull your soul out of your body, take you on a journey, leave your body in bed, and you'll never know. Like there's many people out there who their souls are probably going on journeys in their sleep, and they have no idea.
Yeah, and they probably wake up thinking it was a dream or something.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. That is just wild. Whenever you said the thing about like that the room that they were all in was changing, or they could. It was. That reminds me of 2001: A Space Odyssey. At the very end of the movie,
I will definitely have to check that one out.
Okay, Ryan. I can't, because every person listening to this right now that just heard that you haven't seen 2001: A Space Odyssey, you're going to be getting a lot of you have to check that out.
You know what's funny, man? I've been on 2 interviews and talked about 2001: A Space Odyssey and like the occult meaning behind it. I've never seen it.
And you usually reference that you have a friend, me, who's really into it. Because it's like the best movie ever. But anyway, at the spoiler alert, for anybody who hasn't seen this movie that came out in 1968.
Spoiler alert, 33 years before the Twin Towers fell. Anyway.
Ryan hasn't seen the movie. Anyway, at the end of the movie, they have the main character, the beings have the main character in this room that they've made to look like something he would be comfortable with. And it's this really wild, disorienting scene. And they kind of alter the room and change things around it just to make it look like something that he would be comfortable with. And like, that's exactly what you were describing that the beings were doing with your dad. Like, it's that they changed the way the room looks to make him more comfortable.
Yeah.
It's really wild.
I'm so sorry, dude. I had to take a Snapchat of you while you were talking.
You were just that into what I was saying, I guess.
Yeah.
But Ryan, you will have to check out 2001: A
Dude,
Space Odyssey.
I know. It's just like
Ryan.
I know, dude. It's like 3 hours of my time that I have to.
That would be-
I want to focus on this film, and it's like lately I just don't have time, unfortunately, for that. You know, but
Maybe we can like organize some cool event where we like all of
I have a
us.
theater room here at my new apartment. Dude.
I'm talking about like with our fans. Like
that would be
we use
dope.
like Discord or something, or I don't know, something, and we all do like a simultaneous watch of it.
Dude, it would be dope if we
And we
made
could
a
all
public Discord.
yeah,
But I mean, that's
down the road. We'll talk
asking
about
a lot.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll think about it.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's gonna do it for the Phenomenon episode.
Dude, I feel like we didn't really talk that much about the phenomenon.
There's a lot of babble and a lot of elephants, but you know we got there in the end.
Yeah. All right, bye.
Bye, guys.
Weird things happen in the backyard of the Bledsoe house.